Hey everyone, welcome back to DeFi Education Week here at LendeXe. Today we have a special episode, a bonus on the Lock-Drop. We got some feedback regarding the Lock-Drop and its UI, and we've made some adjustments, mainly on the UI and the usability. A lot of nice to haves have been added, and we in general made the Lock-Drop a little less complicated so you have an easier time locking your tokens. So first thing you can see is this overview at the top. This table shows the total value locked and LEXE reward APY for each vesting period from 4 to 12 months. Here you can see very high numbers at the moment because there's still quite some time left on the lock drop. So a lot of people have decided to wait out till the end. If you want to make sure you don't miss out on it, you can see the blocks left on the bottom right here. So another 70,000 blocks left. If you look at it from 10 to 15 seconds each, there's quite some time left to lock your tokens. So you have not missed out on anything just yet. Why are these numbers so high, you might ask yourself? We've touched on this in the previous video, but to briefly explain it again, the lock drop numbers are dynamic, but the LEXE reward that is distributed is always fixed. If you want to find out the exact rates, you can click on the Learn More button underneath the text. That will take you to the Medium article that explains everything. But I will give you a quick gist with an example of, for example, here the 9 months. You have a total reward of almost 145,000 APY percentage. So what does this mean? This means that if you would lock your tokens right now, for example, let's say for $20, then this number would obviously go down. But at the moment, for the $20, there's an APY of 145,000% because I'm assuming this is just one person. They will gain a reward of, if it's 9 million LEXE that will be distributed, they will get the whole 9 million. So what does this mean? If I bring another $20.84, then I would have exactly 50%. This number would go down by 50% and we would split the tokens to be distributed in half. So it's a dynamic distribution that is also weighted. And the more tokens and dollar value is locked into these periods, the less will be distributed per person. But even if you look at it like this, 685%, even while there's almost $14,000 locked. So the amount that is to be distributed is quite high. Like I said, on the Medium, you can check out the exact amounts. Another thing that you can see here is that the locked token overview is a little less congested. So is the available to lock. You only see the most important aspects to it, which is the token that is locked, how much value it has, for example here, $75, and then the vesting period in days. This will start counting as soon as the vesting or the locking period has ended, and then you can start seeing rewards coming in as soon as the vesting period has reached its final day. And if you want to lock your tokens, let's quickly touch on that as well. Right now, I only have a little bit of ETH laying around here. And for this, if you want to make sure you are, or how much tokens have been locked for a certain period, let's choose 12 here. You can see almost 5,000 ETH have been locked for the 12 months. All right, so if we were to lock our ETH, we would click on it, you would see this pop up. It will show your wallet balance and you can click max here. What has changed here, what most people ask for us is this is not showing the X token amount anymore. A lot of people said that they understand that X tokens are used, but they want to see the ETH amount just to make it easier for them to understand how much is going in. So for example, if you had 1 ETH to lock, you would just click 1 here. Of course, since I don't have enough in my wallet, it doesn't allow me to, but you would just click the 1 here click on lock. I will just use this and click on lock. You'll have to wait for a little bit. And as soon as the block has updated, you can see here, I can start locking my tokens. The button is purple now, which indicates that everything has went the way it should. You will also see here that when you actually have some value in the token you want to lock, that the available to lock, if it's 10, then your current lock value should also be 10 when you use the maximum. And if it's not the maximum, your current lock value should go down a little bit. You'll also have a check mark here that the token has been selected. If you have multiple tokens you want to lock, just keep track of this check mark. And then you would just click lock tokens, approve the transactions, and you would be good to go. There's another transaction that you can expect if you haven't locked your tokens before, which is here as soon as you click lock. This transaction is to approve the amount that the protocol can use. Keep in mind this amount is in X tokens, so if you want to make sure that you can use any amount you wish, just use the default that the protocol gives you. If you want to make sure it just takes a certain amount, calculate the X tokens you would want to lock. You can check on the markets tab to see the exact exchange rate and then give the allowance according to that. I recommend to give the default, lock the tokens, and then using a tool to revoke the approval in the end, just to make sure that the exchange rate doesn't change while you're locking and you have to essentially lock less tokens in the end. And that would be it. As soon as you lock tokens here and approve the transaction, your lock will show up here and you would be good to go. You would start counting towards the vesting period as soon as the lock period ends. And that would be it. That's the changes we've made to the lock drop. I hope you appreciate these changes and this makes stuff a little easier for everyone. And please let us know if you see any other issues with it through our Discord or just at us on Twitter. We're always happy to improve our UI to make it as user-friendly as possible. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.